All right, so here's the recordings. I'm doing this on my iPhone before I go to the airport. And yeah, I realized I fucked up and I recorded the thing in mono. I didn't realize it. My Andrew realized it. So sorry about that. I fucked up again. Anyways, I do want to thank everybody for all the donations. If you haven't already heard, we're almost at $10,000 we raised for those sick children I was telling you about on Monday. We did it in just 3 days. You guys came through in a huge way, and you really left some great messages. And you know what? You changed some great people's lives for the better. So thank you very much. I can't believe I had a podcast for this long, and I've never done anything like that. Seriously, man, even if you donated just $1, you help some people not be homeless. There was another family that didn't have, a hot water heater. They had no hot water, and they're dealing with their kid who has bone marrow cancer. So thank you. So anyways, with that, let's get on to the advertisements. Oh, Sherry's Berries. Look who's back. The old whore's back in town. It's that time again, Christmas time, which equals Christmas shopping. You can always tell if you picked the right gift by the look on their face. Chocolate-covered berries. What kind of look are you going to get? It's going to be one or the other. Like, what the fuck? Or, goddamn, thank you. Talk about when you've given... Oh, shut up. What you need is a site where you can check everyone off your list and find a gift they're going to love. And it's all online. No mail, no parking wars, no lines. What I'm talking about is Sherry's Berries. Every gift from them is an instant hit. Get Sherry's Berries, sweet, freshly dipped strawberries starting at just $19.99. That's a 40% savings. These gourmet berries... gourmet berries. You pick them off a fucking tree like everybody else. Aren't they from the ground? Anyways, they're fresh, juicy, and dipped in dark white and milk chocolate deliciousness. They're sprinkled with decadent toppings like chocolate chips and chopped nuts. I'm not going to lie to you. I've actually eaten them. They're fucking delicious. I just like making fun of them. Anyways, you can double the berries for just $10 more. To get this deal, you have to go to berries.com and use my special code BURR, B-U-R-R. These dipped and decorated berries make both a thoughtful and a delicious, enjoyable gift. It's not really thoughtful. It's fucking easy. You're selling convenience here, Sherry. Oh, isn't that thoughtful? You went to a website and pressed enter. Or return, whatever the fuck you do. Sherry's Berries has a holiday gift that will bring joy to everyone in your list, and there's more than just berries. Snowman brownie pops, shaped like the snowman's dick. Chocolate dip peppermint. Yeah, you had ass sex with woman snowman. Chocolate dip peppermint cookies and cheesecake bites and lots more. They will deliver all your gifts fresh to your door on the date you choose. Here's the only way to get this amazing offer. Sherry's Berries, starting at $19.99. Visit berries.com, B-E-R-R-I-E-S. You click on the microphone at the top right-hand corner and you type in Burr, B-E-R-R. B-U-R-R. Go to berries.com, click on the microphone and type in Burr. Order them today. All right. Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast. And just checking in on you. Just checking in on you. How's your week going? How's your holiday fucking season? Buying fucking gifts for a bunch of cunts where most of the year you don't even like them. I did some more Christmas shopping today. I think I pretty much got it done. As far as my wife, I'm done with that shit. I got enough shit to put under. I got the one main gift, then you got enough other shit to fill up the fucking area under the tree. It's so stupid. I got to get her like one more thing, and then that's it. But other than that, I'm getting ready to go back east. I got to do some press here. Do hype. F is for family. What is that, you might ask, if you've been under a fucking rock, not listening to my podcast for the last, I don't know how, year. It's coming out December 18th. 6 motherfucking episodes on Netflix. You can watch all 6. It took me 4 years to go through this whole journey, and you can devour all of it in 2 hours and 45 minutes maybe, and then you can send me a tweet. Oh, what's the next 6 coming out? Hopefully within a year, or maybe a little more. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? Who knows? If enough people watch it, we get a second season. I don't know what that means. 10, 12. I have no idea, which is why if you go to my website, I only have one date for next year because I have to see if this thing, tanks, if it makes it or what, What are you going to do? This guy's looking this way, that guy's looking that way, and this guy, he's like, what do you want from me? So anyways, I'm sitting here in the finally finished basement of my fucking house, and I am my second attempt at smoking ribs on the Big Green Egg is going down right now. And so I am almost an hour and 55 minutes into a 4-hour smoke on these things. My temperature is still right at 250. It got a little high in the first hour. I get impatient before I lock it in, and it went up as high as 310. And it stayed there for a good 10, 15 minutes, and then I was able to bring it down to 270 for a while. Now I'm at 250. So I don't know what they're going to taste like, but I'm already doing better than I did the last time. The last time I tried this, my fire went out in an hour and a half. So an hour and 55 minutes in, I'm still at 250. So I went a little too high. But you know what's killing me is it's not smoking anymore. And the way the Big Green Egg is set up, I can't open it up and do all of that shit. I should just get a fucking smoker. But it was smoking like a motherfucker.
There we smoke. I'll tell you right now, man. I can see that smoke like 3 counts away.
You hear old Freckles up the street, man? He tried. Boy, that Yankee came down here. He ate one thing, a smoke rib, thought he could do it. Shoot, you gotta be born down here. You gotta be born in the swamp, right? Your mother's gotta be put on her back, maybe face down in that fucking swamp, impregnated, and you come out that same stink hole, and then smoke yourself some ribs. Yes, I am a novice, and I was disgusting. Everything I just said was absolutely disgusting, considering I'm talking about food, and the fact that it's so close to Mother's Day. You know what I mean? That's right. It's only 5 months away. So I don't know what happens. This time I had the blocks of hickory, and then I also soaked a bunch of chips. And I thought I put a zillion of them in there. And it would look like a fucking house fire for the first 40 minutes, and now just nothing. So I don't know what to do. I'm thinking of opening it up and throwing some more chips in there. I don't know how I'm going to do it because I got the plates set. I don't fucking know. But I don't know. Who the fuck knows? You know what it is? The worst case scenario, I just fuck up a rack of ribs, Worst case scenario, fucking pig died for nothing. Well, not for nothing, just one side of its ribs. I don't know what I'm talking about. Believe it or not, I actually have the Celtics game on in the background. I thought for some reason it was Thursday and the Bruins were playing the Canadians, and I went on the center ice thing and there was nothing on there. And then I checked ESPN, and lo and behold, the Boston Celtics are playing the Chicago Bulls. And I got to tell you something, I don't know the name of one player on the Boston Celtics. All right, the guy, he's got the ball. He's going in towards the painted area, takes a shot, and a white guy got it. He kicked it back out to the black guy. The black guy is dribbling. He goes down the lane, up and under, and he fucking missed it. And a white guy rebounded it for the other team, and then they blow the whistle. Too many white guys on the court. Jesus Christ. Oh, there's a guy with the fucking ponytail who ripped the arm out of the Cavalier guy. He ripped his fucking elbow out. There you go, the black guy behind his back, and the white guy fouls him, because what else is he going to do, stop him legally? The white guy walks back to the bench shaking his head as if he's not used to that happening. Takes off his Lance Armstrong glasses and sits down on the bench. And now a black guy with a high-top fade with sort of dread starting, but not really. He goes in for the white guy. White guy's shaking his head, knows he's going back to Europe. He knows it. He knows it. He can already taste that fucking Romanian hero he's going to be eating in another fucking month. All right, now another black guy. He's got the ball. Left hand to the right hand. Black guy with dreads looking like a cornerback, but he's playing basketball. The black guy goes through the paint. There's a white guy. He doesn't. Oh, he fouls him, of course, and then acts like he didn't do anything. The big white guy with the ponytail. He still has his arms over his head as if he didn't do it. He wanted a charge, but we know better. Sorry, I like college hoop. Fucking pro hoops way too long. See, here's the replay. The guy comes in. Yeah, dude, you completely fouled him, you fucking dope. You jumped right into him. So anyways, I got to fucking travel and promote this thing. I'm going to be, this week, if you're in New York City, I will be trying to do some stand-up in and around the city. And I will be doing the Opie and Jimmy show among some other things, and I'll try to keep you guys posted. Everything's getting filled in right now, and I'm psyched to get back there during the holiday season. You know what I mean? Get back there, walk down Fifth Avenue. You know what I mean? Go by Rockefeller Center, go, hey, you want to go skating? And then you see that fucking line that's like 9 miles long. And you're like, hey, you want to just not do that? You want to just start fucking drinking instead? Oh, by the way, did I mention I'm recording this on a Wednesday? I don't think I told you that. I said you probably wonder why I'm watching a fucking Celtics game. But you know what I realized? I have nothing to fucking talk about. I have absolutely nothing to talk about, and I am only 7 minutes in. This is what it's like to bomb on stage, people. You know, when you just fucking burn through your entire act for 7 minutes, and you got to do a half hour. You're like, now what the fuck? Now what the fuck am I going to talk about? Am I going to read a text here? I mean, if I can, oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck, it never fucking is. You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to do what, I have a flight tomorrow, you know, and I always wait to the last second to pack. I wait to the last second to do the podcast, to do the mail. I wait for the entire morning. So the entire fucking morning, I'm running around like an asshole. And right as I sit down, it's time to go to the airport. So I decided that this was going to be the first time that I was going to behave like my wife and be totally fucking prepared. I'm going to have all any banking I got to do done, my Christmas shopping done, my fucking mail done, podcast done, packing done. But I fucked up because I decided to smoke some ribs in the middle of the fucking thing, which was dumb. But all I got to do is this, and then I got to pack, and then I'm fucking done. So, you know what that means. Then I got to start drinking, right? Did I tell you guys my wife bought me one of those little fucking rubber, looks like a tennis ball, and you fill it up with water. It makes those round fucking ice cubes. Like that guy from that movie where the black guys robbed the bank. And Terrence Howard. The fuck was the name of that movie? Not Clockers. Dead Presidents. That was a great fucking movie, wasn't it? That was a really good movie. Was that the Hughes brothers? You know what kills me? That movie seemed like it came out 6 years ago to me. And now when I'm thinking about that, was that 20 years ago? Or 20 years ago tomorrow? Not tomorrow. Next year? Yeah, 96. No, 95. 95, I moved down to New York City. And I remember that Halloween, everyone was going out as the people from that movie putting the white shit on their face. You know what I mean? Black people were, not white people. You know. Actually, you know, when you look about black people were actually going out in whiteface, you know. Donald Trump was the kind of guy who would fucking complain about that. I did, this is why I have nothing to talk about. I did Kevin and Bean this morning, and then I did fucking Mark Maron's What the Fuck podcast, WTF, over his way, and promoting the F is for Family thing. I'm sorry, guys. Should I just hit fucking pause right now? Should I just hit pause and just fucking tank this entire podcast? I can't. I have to keep fucking going. Where the hell is my laptop? Is there anything to look up? What the fuck did I do with my laptop? How do you lose a laptop? I just had the fucking thing. I swear to God, if I ever get Alzheimer's, I'm not even going to fucking notice. Do you feel any different? No, I don't. Where are my keys? All right, here we go. Let's open up here. Let's get on the. Let's see if there's anything on the fucking. You know, I'm literally going to hit pause. I got to look up a few things. This is not even a podcast. This is just listening to somebody babbling. You know, like you're sitting in the fucking waiting room or something. You don't want to go. Yeah, Bill, we know. Go look something up. All right, hang on a second. Hang on. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I apologize for the first 10 and a half minutes of this fucking thing. White guy with the fucking left hand floater does not go in. Maybe this is why I don't watch Hoop. It makes you feel bad. You know what I mean? As a white dude. Over the white guy, off the glass, and in. It's fucking unbelievable. And he's wearing one of those fucking windshield masks, you know what I mean? Like he wanted to be an axe murderer, but he couldn't commit to it. You know, he wants to get caught. I forgot that I saw a movie. I saw a fucking feature starring Brad Pitt, Steve Carell, the guy from Drive. What is his fucking name? He's in everything. Jake Gyllenhaal? No. Is it Jake Gyllenhaal? Miley Cyrus? Wait a minute. I just saw the fucking movie. You know what it was? I didn't know it was him. He dyed his hair. And Christian Bale. I saw that movie, The Big Short. And a buddy of mine got a screener of it. And I was watching it with my wife. And she kept whispering over to me, going, "You're going to have to explain this. You're going to have to explain this. I don't know what it is." It was basically about the all the shit that led up to the big fucking whatever the fuck happened in 2007. It was called The Big Short. It was basically these guys bet against the banks. They basically bet that what was going to happen in 2007 was going to happen. They did it in like 2005, and all the bankers were just like, "What are you, out of your fucking mind? That could never happen." You know, that's basically what it is. And I actually, by watching it, I ended up having a great conversation with my wife about that, because I remember when that whole housing market scandals and all that fucking subprime shit happened. There was like two schools. There was either people that 100% blamed the bankers or people 100% blaming the fucking jerk-offs that got houses, you know? Like, I remember the guy who lived, like, below me, right? This old fucking crazy guy. He blamed, like, people didn't have any money that got houses. Like, he was flipping out, going, "Those people had no business getting those houses. They had no business getting those loans." And I was just like, well, yeah, that's kind of what you have a loan officer for, isn't it? I mean, anybody could walk into a bank and be like, "Can I have $1 million?" Right? You're totally within your right to fucking do it. You don't give it to them. You fucking do a little bit of research. But I'm one of those, I don't have any sympathy for the bankers or for the fucking jerk-offs who fucking bought like a 4-bedroom house and their mortgage was like $80. And they didn't read the fine print that, like, you know, within whatever, 7 months, it was then going to increase up to like fucking $8,000 a month or something nuts. And they're like, "Oh, well, wait a minute, what happened? I'm shit out of luck." Yeah, you're a fucking dope. You know why I say that? Because I flunked everything in fucking, pretty much everything in high school. I sucked at fucking math. I had to go to summer school. Like, I should have gone every single year. I went after my freshman year, and I went after my junior year. My sophomore year, my teacher hooked me up and gave me the D-. And my senior year, I didn't give a fuck because I already screwed up for 3 years. Was I going to go to summer school and get into Brown? It wasn't happening. At that point, I was actually considering getting into construction. You know? I didn't even know why, because I knew I was going to have to get a fucking job, and I didn't want to really have a boss. Like, I never wanted to have a job where, like, the boss was, like, fucking right there, or I had a place to be. Like, sit right here at your desk. You come in here by 8:30 and you stay put until lunchtime, right? And then you come back, you better be there by fucking whatever. What time is lunch? 1 to 2? 2:01, the guy's fucking coming around. I didn't like that. So I worked in a little bit in construction. I worked in warehousing. You know, you just had to be in a general giant fucking area. You know, there's places to hide. Not like I didn't do the job. I just didn't like people fucking... You know, I don't like people telling me what the fuck to do, you know? So, anyways, yeah, so by my senior year, I was like, I don't give a fuck. But I sucked at math, and I was able to figure out mortgages enough to at least figure out how I was getting fucked and to reduce the fuck over as much as I could. And the first time I went and I bought a fucking 83 Ford Ranger for like $3,000. I had like $500 to my name or something. So I take all $500, I put it down in the fucking car or something like that. I can't remember the numbers. And I took out a 3-year loan, and it took me all 3 years. You know, I had like 36 payments, and it took me 36 payments. I made all of them on time, and the bank got 100% of the amount of interest that they wanted to get off a dope like me. The entire 3 years that I had the car loan, it never dawned on me to maybe not go out drinking fucking a bunch of beers that night and actually taking some of that money and throwing it at the principal of the loan. I didn't know that you could fucking do that. I had no idea. And I end up paying a ton of fucking money in interest. So, fortunately, somebody talked to me about it, you know, when I went to go in to get a mortgage, and I still fucked up. When I first got a mortgage, I bought an apartment in New York, and I bought something that I could afford, and I could afford the mortgage payment plus a little bit more. So the very first payment, I made the mortgage payment plus a little bit more. But the thing was, I didn't put it in I didn't fill in the right area on the mortgage statement where it says basically mortgage, and then it says principal. I didn't know that the principal was the actual, like, whatever, say I owed $100,000. You know, I didn't know that was called the principal. I had no fucking idea. So I kept putting everything into the mortgage. So within like 4 months, you know, all of a sudden I didn't get a statement for the fifth month. So I was like, what the fuck? And I'm calling the bank going, I didn't get a statement. What's going on? What's going on? And they were like, oh, you're a month ahead on your payments. And I go, what do you mean I'm a month ahead? I still owe you like $100,000. It's like, no, blah, blah, blah. And by them talking to me, I realized, I went back and looked at the statements. I'm like, wait a minute. I've been paying like an extra $400 a month here, and none of it has come off the principal. It's because I wasn't putting that towards the principal. And that's when I figured out, this is what I want to fucking do. I want to pay the mortgage and then take the other money and put it at the fucking principal. Now, a lot of you are rolling your fucking eyes, but the amount of people that go in and get a fucking house and never realize that, or realize that they front end load the fucking interest. Like, even I think isn't it like if you even if you're 10 years into your mortgage, at that point you've already given the bank 80% interest. 80% of the interest that they're going to earn on the money that they loaned you. Because basically, when you buy a house, if you take 30 years to pay it off, whatever you took out, you're going to give the bank 2.5 times that. So just to make it easy, if you took out $100,000, you're going to pay back $250,000. All right? Now, for as much as the banks are not fucking regulated, for as much as they got the fucking houses back and they're going to do it all over again, you know, make complete fucking shitheads qualified for mortgages, right? As long as if they could just educate everybody to that whole fucking game, then people wouldn't get suckered into those things. And then banks could try to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. Listen, if you're a dope like me, if you get a fucking mortgage, like, isn't there a lawyer there to walk you through it? I remember when I closed, I had a lawyer, right? At least I did in New York. Look, all I'm saying is watch that movie and then don't get all freaked. Well, you should get freaked out because there's a bunch of mouth-breathing fucking morons out there. Christ, why did I watch that movie? It's so fucking depressing. Like, well, what am I going to do? I tell 50 people are going to do what I'm going to say right now? Nobody gives a fuck, right? You go out, go out and put $50 down on $1 million house and enjoy it and do some cannonballs into the fucking pool before they throw you out in 8 months. That's what everybody's going to be doing again within 3 years. Do I ever have anything optimistic to say about the future? It's really ridiculous. You would think during this time of year, the holiday season, that I would think some shit like that. But for whatever reason, I don't. That was the one thing that I got out of that. That movie, by the way, is fucking phenomenal. Steve Carell is amazing. The dude from Drive. Why can't I remember his fucking name? I think he's obviously a phenomenal actor. What the fuck is wrong with me? All right, Brad Pitt. I'll get 3 out of 4 here. And Christian Bale. All amazing. The whole thing is great. And I guess I'm depressed after watching it. Because, you know the deal. You know, whenever you fucking watch something like that, I don't want to ruin the end of the movie, but you know how those fucking movies end. Those kinds of movies that are deemed powerful. You know, what do they predict? They always, if they didn't make a movie about fucking those dolphins getting the fucking shit kicked out of them over in Japan, I never watched that. I didn't watch that fucking thing because I didn't want to watch a bunch of dolphins getting beaten to death. It's just like, can you just tell me the address I need to send the money to? So the opportunist can keep most of it and fucking buy a yacht that he calls the Dolphin or some shit, and then maybe a couple of it goes to a porpoise, a couple bucks goes over there. Can you just tell me what the fuck that is? Do I really have to watch the footage? You know? The horror of that. Can you just fucking tell me that's what they do and I'll be fine? Do you ever see like the trailer for that? It's fucking, all these fucking people that love watching gory movies, Saw and fucking Frankenstein and Friday the 13th and fucking Jason Goes to Freddy's Camp versus the Predator, whatever the fuck it's called. All you got to do if you really want to see if that's not enough for you. Because I would think if you're watching horror films, it's got to be like porno, right? Where the first time you watch a porno, the first time you just see it, you're like, oh my God, and then it's over. It's over in like 30 seconds. You might as well just been like in a peep show. Or just hand cranking a fucking Viewmaster. You'd be fine. You somehow taped it to your head so you could hand crank it while fucking yanking your fucking ball joint down there, right? Then after a while, you build up a little stamina like cardio, except you're jerking off. You know what I mean? So I would think that watching horror movies would be the same thing. Like when you were a kid, you'd watch, I don't know what the fuck you'd watch. You'd watch Big Bird fucking try to walk out and he'd hit himself on that chin-up bar, and that made you feel bad for birds. I don't fuck. I'm trying to think of a lame horror movie. What's a bad one? I don't fucking know. Whatever. What, like the 5th installment of The Killer Bees. Remember that? And they went all over that guy's VW Bug, and he drove into the Superdome, and they turned on the air conditioner, and then they all died. It's kind of ironic that they're all dying now because it's getting too hot, right? Once again, Bill, going back to fucking Doomsday. Going back to Doomsday. Just shut the fuck up. Just enjoy the holidays. Oh, by the way, the Pie Crust video should be out any day. I'm going to talk to Andrew tonight and figure out exactly when that's coming out. I know he put out the fucking trailer. And you guys will get to see my ugly-ass kitchen. If you're wondering what those cupboards are, it's called Naughty Pine. Naughty, not like it's bad pine. It doesn't mean that. It's naughty like it has knots in it. And evidently that was all the rage at some point in the late 80s and early 90s. But it has since fallen out of favor, much like Z Cavaricci's and fingerless gloves. But my kitchen is an homage. Oh, Jesus Christ, that guy fell on his fucking ass and he shook it off. Good man, black guy with the ball. Good deal. He's a Celtic. He's black, he's got the ball. I like this. Don't pass to the white guy. Fuck! Get rid of it! And he missed it. Of course he fucking missed it. Of course he did. The fuck? I mean, you know what I mean? Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, right there. Right down the end of the court. Yeah. Chicago just scored. They don't have a problem knowing who to pass to. I'm like literally reverse racist when I watch hoop. Another white guy. Give it to the white guy again. Gee, you know what? Somehow we're up by 8, though. I'm going to shut the fuck up then. Maybe my white guys are doing all right. This has to be our second team in there. All right, a white guy just faked out another white guy and then took a shot at the top of the key. It didn't go in. Is this like a charity game? I've never seen so many white guys out on a fucking court in basketball. This should be in like black and white. You know, with them dribbling with their hand on top of the ball. What was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about the end of the world, jerking off, and fucking horror movies. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, if you really want to see... if you want to see something terrifying, I would just watch... just turn on the Nature Channel. Whatever fucking channel it is. Do you remember these? Discovery used to fucking sit there talking about, they're always talking about the animals, right? And all of a sudden, they're not talking about animals anymore. Isn't that weird? That was their whole bread and butter. That's all they talked about was animals. Hey, today we're doing the cheetahs. It's fucking Big Cat Week. They got that coming up. But it was dead. It was all it was about pretty much nature. Nature, right? That's all it was about. But you know what it was? I mean, I'm going to base it on a guy, somebody like me. I stopped watching that fucking channel because I love animals, right? And the first fucking 3/4 of every one of those episodes was tremendous. And then the last third would be like, this is what they would all be adorable. Look what they do. Look at them, their natural habitat. They do the damnedest things. Oh, look, it just killed another animal. That's how they survive. That's fucking amazing. And then in the end, it was just like, and then man came and fucking completely screwed up their entire environment. And then you'd sadly watch them dying next to an empty fucking plastic milk carton. You know what I mean? A container. Does carton say that it's cardboard? One of those giant gallon things, you know what I mean? Those plastic fucking things, right? What, you never had milk before? Fucking look at me like that. Don't look at your car radio like that, you asshole. So I kind of stopped watching. I bet people stopped watching because it became too fucking depressing. Because at this point, they used to just do shit about bees, you know, and the human interaction would be some guy would put bees on his face, right, and have a beard. You have a bee beard, right? Now they're going to talk about how they're dying off, and then if photosynthesis doesn't happen, there's like no more potatoes. I don't know. Who wants to watch that? My favorite thing now is that people still go in the fucking ocean and there's no fish left and there's more and more shark attacks, and I think it's going to continue. And you watch how they vilify the sharks. You know, they'll somehow connect them to ISIS. You know what I mean? It's just going to become all of that. Hey, when the sharks die off, are we going to make man-made ones? I think that's what's going to happen in the future, because if we're going to start making salmon, you know, if you can make one of those in a little mixer, you know what I mean? Take out your KitchenAid, just get that DNA swirling around in there. You know, that's what we should be doing. We should be taking the DNA of all of them, just like in Jurassic Park. And hey, we're running out of bees. All right, well, we'll fucking make some. Relax. You know, custom order. How many do you need? All right, you let them loose. Just keep making the bees. So, you know, and then maybe they die a little quicker, but you just keep making it. But then, you know, whatever made the bees, whatever that fucking machine was, would cause even more global warming. I think we're fucked. You know what I mean? You know, the more I think about that fucking lunatic that got everybody to drink the fucking grape juice, you know, down there in South America, I think he was onto something. Maybe he wasn't a nut. Maybe he was just an environmentalist. And he was walking around a mall one day and he was just like, you know what? This ain't right, you know? And he went to a ball game. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm still not feeling it. He went to white neighborhoods, black neighbor, Asian. You know, if you saw all the people that he convinced to kill themselves, all colors, all creeds, all ages. This guy, he did a nice cleansing. You know? I'll tell you right now, you know, next time one of those guys, one of those Waco, Texas guys goes a little fucking sideways, you know, let's see what happens. Let's see where he goes with this. All you got to do is just surround him, and then he'll do the dirty work, right? All right, this is what you do. This is how you solve the population problem, okay? Instead of letting nuts go on the fucking street, you don't just take them out of the insane asylum because you don't want to pay for them anymore. What you do is you get them a suit, all right? And I don't know. You get them to start a religion or something. I don't know what to do, okay? As far as I can know what this plan is, you let people out of insane asylums and you give them a brand new suit and like a briefcase. Maybe like an iPad or some shit like that, right? And then they get a fucking job. And, well, you know what? Let's start over again. Good-looking insane people. Regular insane people. You just put them out on the street the way that we do. You know what I mean? And then you get mad going, why is this fucking asshole not obeying the you know, jaywalking in the street? You go, oh, my God, they're nuts. They're fucking crazy, you know? You go, look at that fucking person's out of their fucking mind. And you're literally in your car talking to yourself, too. And you start thinking, you know, is that how I'm going to end up? Am I going to be that person? Just talking to myself, doing that violent head shake every fucking 10 feet, walking up the street with a cart full of God knows what. Do you know there's a guy who sleeps on the sidewalk? It's fucking, like, I was going to say, it's fucking hilarious that his face is so windburned. Every time I look at him, it's like, wow, the Giants finally fired Tom Coughlin. And evidently he was not smart with his money. I'm sorry. Whatever, the guy, he boozes it up, you know. So it's the weirdest thing, because you go down there, and my dog always looks at it, the dude, with like this concern. Like a dog knows when somebody's not a threat and is actually in trouble. So I've tried to talk to the person, but it never seems to work out. He just sort of looks at me like, and I always feel like I'm freaking him out because he's sleeping on the street, like he thinks I'm going to rob him or do something bad. But what kills me about the guy, he always sleeps on the same side. He sleeps on his left side, right on his fucking shoulder, okay? And what kills me is his head never touches the ground. He doesn't have a pillow.
his head just goes straight out. You know what I mean? Like he got knocked out. You know, like when you see a wide receiver get knocked out and his fucking arms are sticking up. That's what he looks like, but with his head. And I always think how sore his fucking neck is. So I'm thinking about getting him a pillow, but I never know when he's going to be there. And I'm not going to walk my dog carrying a fucking pillow every day waiting to see this guy. And, you know, for all I know, I'm going to come walking up with a pillow. He's going to think that I'm going to try to smother him. Or maybe he's too crazy to accept a pillow. He starts eating it and chokes on the fucking feathers. I don't know. But that's good for the bees, though. That's good for the bees. Right? And I don't mean the Bruins. Right? Maybe that's the positive way to look at the future is more and more people get fucking, you know, you just start looking, it's a good thing, you know. Didn't Carlin talk about shit like that? That guy was so fucking far ahead of his time. I think he talked about that in like the 90s, like enjoying disasters, rooting for them to happen. You know, it's weird enough that I think that way, but when you actually have a kid, that's you know, that's a whole other level of fucked up that I actually have to respect on some level. Is that a half hour? 32 minutes. All right, I did it. Jesus Christ, Dad. Right now it's 91-88 Boston. There's only 2 minutes, 32 seconds left, so in NBA time, that's at least 45 minutes. Over to the white guy, reverse layup. There you go. Black guy points at him like, finally. Should have like 20 more assists, you bearded fuck. All right, that's the Thursday afternoon just before Friday, Monday morning podcast. Just checking in on you. I hope you guys are having a nice holiday season. You get the time to hang out with your friends. And even though they don't advertise with me anymore because I brought up that possibly they could have sex offenders driving their cars, I think that was the final nail in that advertising coffin. They are a great thing, you know. You know what's great? If you call, they get there in 2 seconds, and then you can go out. You can get blind drunk at a Christmas party, hit on your boss's wife, and say something fucked up to the chick in accounting, and call it a night and not kill anybody, and actually live long enough to get reprimanded on Monday. You know? Actually, I bet bees don't like Uber, do they? I don't think any animal likes Uber when you think about it. All right, go fuck yourselves. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you on Monday.
Okay, now, Tipsy Elves, everyone. You know, everyone needs an ugly Christmas sweater this time of year. If you want bragging rights for the most talked about sweater at your Christmas party, listen up. This is like some hipster shit, huh? Did you see these guys on Shark Tank a couple weeks ago with their latest updates? Everyone's talking about Tipsy Elves and wants their outrageous Christmas sweaters. Everyone? Talk about your tip. I don't have a Tipsy Elf sweater. Trust me when I tell you these Tipsy Elves Christmas sweaters are like nothing you've seen before. And they're not for the faint of heart. Nobody's worn these ugly sweaters before, so you don't have to worry about finding your size. And they have a ton of styles to choose from. When you're shopping for your ugly sweater, check out the holiday and collegiate attire for yourself or as a gift like adult onesies. Right now, my listeners get 20% off tipsyelves.com or anything else on the site. So go to the damn site right now. They have the best selection to choose from and have it in time for your ugly Christmas sweater party. Go to tipsyelves.com, enter my code Burr, B-U-R-R, at checkout to get your 20% off site-wide discount. That's tipsyelves.com and my code Burr. Okay, here we go. Oh, look who's back. Me-undies. Soft as it fucking goes. Me-undies. Dip your nuts in the snow. They'll get dried off nice and quick. Don't forget about your fucking dick when you got me-undies up against your undercarriage. It makes you feel like a queen. Oh, yeah. Okay, me-undies. We all know how sexy confidence can be, and that's because confidence comes from being comfortable. But how great can you feel when your underwear is wrinkling and riding up on your fucking balls there? Me-undies gets it. They have balls, and they like them to hang free or at least be massaged. MeUndies gets it, and that's why they created the world's most comfortable underwear for a daily dose of confidence. You wear underwear every day unless you're Matthew McConaughey. That's 365 days a year, rain or shine. So you know what? You need it to be extraordinary, without an insane price tag. MeUndies understands this. We get it. We get it that you get it, dude. And that's why they've created. You just said this shit. When you look good, you feel great. It's a cliche because it's true. MeUndies understands this. Once again, they understand. They understand a lot of shit. And that's why they've discovered underwear that makes you look good and feel fantastic. Note, Modal is pronounced modal. Modal? MeUndies is made from modal. Modal. A fabric that's twice as soft as cotton. That's twice as soft as whatever's up against your balls right now, unless you're wearing MeUndies. MeUndies has tons of different colors and styles, and the only place to get matching pairs for men and women. Pussy whipped. They even release a new design every month. I wear whatever free ones they give me, and goddamn it, my balls have never felt better. Plus, we all know that paying for shipping sucks, so MeUndies was nice enough to roll it into the price and say that there isn't any in U.S. or Canada. MeUndies even has a money-back guarantee. If you don't love your first pair, you got to keep it for free. You literally have nothing to lose. To sweeten the deal, MeUndies is offering you 20% off your first order at MeUndies.com/Burr. That's a special order for just my listeners or whatever other podcast they advertise on. Make sure to go to MeUndies.com/Burr to get 20% off your first order, and so that they know that we sent you. You know what they left out? It makes a great stocking stuffer. All right, lastly but not leastly, ZipRecruiter. As a business owner, your company is only as good as the people you hire. Posting jobs in one place, well, that's not enough to find quality candidates, now is it? Short staffing leaves little time to post to dozens of job sites. For Christ's sake, wouldn't it be great if you could just go to one place? Well, now you can. ZipRecruiter. At ZipRecruiter, you can post to 100 plus job sites with one single click. Be instantly matched to candidates from over 6 million resumes. Plus, watch brand new candidates roll into ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface within 24 hours. ZipRecruiter has been used by over 400,000 businesses. Today, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/Burr. That's ZipRecruiter.com/Burr. Hey! ZipRecruiter.com/Burr.
Advice. Hey, Bill. I love your comedy. I look forward to it every Monday. All right. It gets me. Jesus Christ. Okay, I want to ask you some questions. Well, ask it. I'm 25 years old and have been married for 2 years to a great woman. No kids yet. We live very close to all of her family, parents, grandparents, cousins, all of them. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, absolutely. That can be a fucking nightmare. All right? You better have the ground rules down. All right? And be like, listen, I know your family fucking lives right around the corner, but this is my fucking house. All right? It's my fucking house. They only come around on the holidays. They don't just show up like Kramer on Seinfeld. There's be none of that. So anyways, her grandmother is planning this big 3-day-long family reunion this summer, and as much as I love my wife, I would rather take a shit on a hooker's toilet than go to this thing. Yeah, absolutely, dude. You're surrounded by them. I spend far too much time with their family as it is, and worst of all, I think it might conflict with when you come to do a show in my hometown. I told her today that if her reunion is the same weekend that you come to town, that I will just have to skip the reunion. Good man. She let me have it for about how important this is to her. This is what they do. This is what they do. How her family comes first, and if I was a good person, I would go to the reunion, and then she started to cry. Oh, dude, she hit you with both barrels. Both barrels. Dude, this is so fucked up. I'm actually going to whisper, and my lovely woman is fucking 4 states away. I had this argument fucking a week ago. All right? Oh, my God. You got to get to the post. You got to get to the mailbox first and look for those fucking wedding invitations. All right? And you get that, and you just rip it up and fire it over the fucking fence. All right? I didn't do that. All right? I saw it. I knew it was an invitation. And she gets this fucking invitation to go to a goddamn wedding. All right? In the middle of fucking nowhere. All right? And I said, I'm not going. I'm not going. And then she starts telling me how important these people are to her. And I said, give me a fucking break. They're important to you? I've never heard you say their names. I don't even recognize these names. How can this be important? How can they? And then she starts saying, she just did the exact fucking same thing. Short of the crying. You know, I would think that you would want to go with this to me. This is important and blah, blah, blah. It's like, sweetheart, I spend my life in airports on airplanes. I don't want to go to an extra fucking thing. Okay? Tell them to put it on Skype and I'll sit there and watch it with you. I don't want to fucking go to it. All right? So, let me ask, do we ask them to go to any shit? Like, I would never drag my girl to a football game. She hates it. But I said, this is really important to me. If you were a good person, you'd go and tailgate and get drunk with me. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't want to go. So anyways, and then she started to cry. He said, I have got a lot of this shit since I got married. Yeah, I could tell you that, dude, because you're 25. You know? You're 25. If you're 25 and you get fucking married, a woman is going to be 10 years beyond you just knowing how to fucking roll over you in a relationship. But all is not lost. All is not lost. Let me finish this. If anything happens in her family, I have to be there, even if it's as small as her cousin graduating from the 3rd grade. I'm sick of it. I mean, I really hate doing stuff like this. She knows I don't like it, but if I was just to flat out tell her I hate it, it would break her heart. All right, so you're a decent guy, okay. I would hate to do that because she's my wife and I love her. All right, so you're a good guy. Thinking about her, okay. Oh, and I see my family about once a year since they live on the other side of the country. She just doesn't understand that I did not grow up in a family where we spend a ton of time together. So shit life family reunions doesn't mean that much to me. I feel like those ladies should understand that if I miss one weekend with them to see my favorite comedian, who I might not get a chance to see again in a very long time, then that's all right. How do I let her know how I feel and get her to give me some space and not crush my balls about going to all of her family stuff? All right, dude. This is what you do. Your heart's in the right place. You don't want to hurt her. Okay? And I'm going to kind of side with your wife on this one, in that, not really siding with her, but you picked the wrong one to put your foot down on. All right? What you had to do is put your foot down on, little Mikey just made his first fucking popsicle stick house. We all have to go over and look at it. That's something that you can blow off. Like a major family reunion, you kind of got to go to that. You got to be by her side. Okay? So that she can prove that, see, I got one, he loves me, right? So this is what you are right now. You're in a great position to barter, okay? Because you're going to make the sacrifice and not seeing my show, okay? So this is what you tell her. Just say, listen, my favorite comedian is coming to town. Just like you said, I might not get another chance to see him. But because this is so important to you, I want to be there for you, so I will go, okay? And she'll say, good, thank you. And then you say, however. All right? And this is when you barter. And just say, all this, now I don't know how to say this eloquently, because I just have to get to the point. All this fucking bullshit, these cunty little stupid ass fucking things, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't want to go to them anymore. Okay? I work all day. I come home. I want to chill out. I don't know your family. I don't know. I married you. Okay? You want to go to the Oscars of your family reunion? I will go to that shit. Okay? Your dad gets a new colostomy bag. I'm not showing up to that. I am not going to all of them. I will go to some. Major ones, I will go to. Christmas time, I'll put on the sweater. All right? But this fucking 24/7, all the fucking time, Susie Fuckface is having a birthday party. I'm not going to it. I'm staying home and I'm watching the game. Okay? Because it's making me miserable. And I want to be happy with you. All right? And this is the thing. She might give you shit about that, but no. You got to put your foot down and let her cry about it. All right? And just say, this isn't fair to me. This isn't fair to me that all of my free time involves being with your family. All right? I don't know how you say it, dude. You got to figure out how to say it's fucking boring. Good Lord, going over there, I don't like the smell of their house. I don't like their food. I don't like the color of their plates. I just want to get the fuck out of there. I'm not comfortable. You are. Go over there. They probably don't even like you going over there. They want their girl over there, so fucking go over there. So that's what I would do. Just play her game. All right? My show is as important to you as that fucking thing. So why don't you cry? No, you can't do that. But you know what I'm saying? Just flip it around. Just be like, all right, well, I want you to know that I'm missing my favorite fucking comedian to go to this thing, okay? And I will go to this thing, okay? But from here on out, I am only going to the major ones. okay? Because I love you and I support you. But this ticky-tack fucking horse shit, that's all you. I'm not doing that, okay? Because I need a life outside of your family. All right? Go fuck yourself. Love you. Love you, Buttons. I'll see you later. There you go. How's that? Was that work? Dear Bill. Bill, I met you after a show in Pittsburgh. The black guy with the hot Latina, and we laughed about my shoes matching my outfit. Welp, my beautiful girlfriend for the past 3 years has a little bit of insecurity issues. A lot of those absolutely gorgeous women do. And you know why it is? It's because their level, without even reading this shit, the reason why I think a lot of them are fucking insecure is because they're beautiful. And that goes away after a while. So the clock is just fucking ticking. You know, if you were just some regular douchebag like me, there's no pressure going back to your fucking high school reunion. I mean, the expectations are so fucking low. You know, it's easy to surpass them. Like, oh, geez, he didn't get fat. This guy's awesome. But if you're a fucking hot chick, it can only go downhill. And I also think that they have the same insecurity a rich guy has, where a rich guy's like, this woman's just with me because of my money, not because of who I am. I think that they have the insecurity that this person's just with me because of my ass and titties. Hi. All right. For some odd reason, she feels the need for me to prove to her that I love her whenever we're in a public setting. So recently, during some Christmas shopping, she got upset that I wouldn't hold her hand as we walked through the mall. She proceeded to catch one of her spicy Latin attitudes with me. See, now, if you were white and you said that on TV, you would have to apologize for 9 weeks when you would lose your job. Why does it have to be spicy? Are you saying that Latino people are like their peppers? All right, I'm going to stop commenting and just plow through this. Okay, so I handle the situation like a G, parentheses, gentleman, and completely ignored her ass. Until we got into the car, and I finally had enough of her telling me how I don't love her and how she wants me to love her. Oh, I don't love her, how she wants me to love her, and how unaffectionate of a man I am. And you know what, dude? That right there is probably how you got this hot girl, because you weren't the first guy sitting there with your tongue hanging out of your mouth. You acted like you didn't even give a fuck, which fed into her insecurity of like, oh, my God, is the expiration date hit? Am I not hot anymore? Look at me commenting again. All right, I swear these bitches are so unappreciative. This is funny you call them bitches. Why can't these bitches understand how much I appreciate their ass? Every weekend, Bill, we do something. Dinner, movies, plays, etc. But because she has a vag, she has to find something to complain about. I think it's because women have this trait where they feel a strong need to be miserable. No, dude, you know what's going on is you're spoiling her. You're taking her to dinner, movies, plays every fucking weekend. Now she's come to expect it. You know what I mean? It's just become part of a routine. It's not special anymore. So now you have to do something extra special because special isn't special. You know? That's what you know what? Oh, gee, I'm going to have to whisper this shit. We were up in San Francisco, right? I lit up my credit cards this Christmas, all right? My girl had a great fucking Christmas, all right? It's 3 days later. We're up in fucking San Francisco. She wants to go shopping. I'm like, for what? You didn't get enough, you know? So she knows I'm right. So what does she do? She tells me she wants a goddamn candle, okay? Because it's not expensive, but she'll still feel like she got something. Because I don't know what it is. They always got to get stuff. There's always got to be some sort of a goodie bag. And you know what? I wouldn't get it for her. I go, you're done. No, I'm not. It's over. My credit cards are still glowing. I'm not getting you shit. And, you know, she's cool as hell. So she just kept laughing because I was being unbelievably rude and I was being really loud. I was just joking around. And, but still, that's the thing. And I just kept saying, I spoil you. I'm you know, we're shutting it down for a while. You're not getting anything until Valentine's Day. You know, you want something now? I'll get you a little bag of Fritos. What do you think about that? Maybe something to wash it down with. And then what they do is they immediately get mad, and then all you do is you don't take the bait. They want you to get mad so then they can turn it into a fight about something else because they know you're fucking right. All right? So let her be mad. All you got to do, you just got to stay fucking calm. Well, let's see what this guy does. So anyways, he goes, so we are driving along the highway, leaving the mall, and she's still bitching. And finally I tell her, you know what? If you don't like the way I express my love for you, then step off. Got to read that quote like a black man. I can't. I'm not even going to try to. So immediately, I actually read that. I read that like a douchey East Coast white guy. Then fucking step off. How did you? If you don't like that motherfucker, then step off, bitch. How was that? Was that good? I know it wasn't. Well, then don't ask me to do it. All right, plowing ahead. You know what? I might have like a fucking substitute black guy for when black guys write some shit in here so you guys can read it the way you're supposed to say it. Other than that, you're getting fucking a cracker-ass read, and you're going to have to live with it. All right, so immediately after that, after I said that, this bitch starts throwing these accurate and quick-ass Pacquiao combos. She's punching you. Mind you, I'm doing 65 miles per hour down the highway, trying not to hit the guardrail, while at the same time getting this crazy bitch off me. Luckily, I didn't crash my year-old Mercedes. This guy's hilarious. Come on, dude. Do you love this girl, or is she just another accessory? My year-old Mercedes with the Corinthian leather. I get pulled over, or God forbid, seriously injure us. I mushed the hell out of her and held her face against the passenger window. Totally acceptable. The mush is the gentleman move. You can't punch her. You just hold her head up against the glass, you know, so the people on the other side get to see what her face looks in a funhouse mirror. In order to decrease her reach while steering the car on the highway and absorbing her manly combos. Got to give it to her. The bitch had a mean right. So if you can picture me driving, I can totally picture this, dude. I've lived this. So you can picture me driving down the highway in a bright red Mercedes. Okay, I didn't ever had a Mercedes. It was more in a 83 Ford Ranger with black vinyl seats. Swerving like some drunk, in and out of lanes, steering with one hand, and stiff-arming the shit out of my girl as if I'm posing for the Heisman Trophy. After she stopped beating my face in, she had the nerve to say, I hit her, and hurt her worse by pressing her face against the glass. Are you fucking kidding me? This bitch almost took both of our lives. Long story short, as soon as I was able to come to a safe and complete stop, I kicked the bitch out and haven't heard from her since. This was 3 weeks ago, and it's all for the best. That type of girl can never be satisfied, which is something I've learned the hard way over the past 3 years. But this was the straw that did it. So my question for you is, was I wrong in this situation, and do I owe her an apology? No and no. All right? All you can do is break down your game plan. All right? This is where you fucked up. You took the bait. All right? She kept bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching, trying to make you mad. She got you to do exactly what she wanted you to do. So that gave her an excuse to do what she wanted to do, which was fucking flip out and yell. All right? That's what they do. When they know they don't have a fucking leg to stand on and they know they're wrong, what they then try to do, you know, not all of them, and not in every situation, but when they're not going to be an adult and just say, you know what, you're right, I'm being fucking crazy right now, I apologize. Okay? When they're not going to take that adult route, what they then do is they just push your buttons and they just try to make you mad, and they just keep pushing you and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it until you then flip out and say something fucking crazy like, well, if you don't like it, then why don't you get the fuck out? And then they flip out. All right? So what you got to do is in the future is you just don't take the bait. You got to recognize, you know, they're doing the fucking Dennis Rodman thing to you. They're baiting you into a penalty. That's all they're doing. okay? And the ref always sees the retaliation. That's basically, it's the same fucking thing. So in the future, just don't get mad. It will drive them up the fucking wall, and you won't believe the amount of arguments you're going to start winning. Because in their effort to piss you off, they're going to cross like 10 other lines. All right? Now, when they cross 10 other lines, if you take the bait and then go even further down the road, that's all that's remembered in the end. As you then try and piece together who said what when. But if they cross 10 lines and you don't take the bait, they are 10 lines beyond where the fuck they should be, and you got them dead to rights. And you just have to maintain your fucking cool. Now, getting back to this other shit is you do not owe her a fucking apology. All right? It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. It's absolutely childish, and you can't, as an adult, expect somebody to not hit you if you're hitting them. All right? She's basically asking you to extend a common human-to-human courtesy that she's not extending to you. So she can go fuck herself. You definitely, I don't know if you made the right move. Now, I don't know if you walk around calling her a bitch and that type of thing. This is you just trying to be a tough guy. Going, then this bitch said this, and this, this bitch said that. That's another thing. Don't go around calling them bitches, because that just kills your argument. Don't ever call them bad names, all right? Just hold your ground. Don't lose your fucking cool, and let them go through their whole little fucking histrionics trying to get you to take the fucking bait, all right? And as long as in the relationship you admit when you're wrong and you sincerely apologize, they don't have a fucking leg to stand on when you're right, and you're going to start winning arguments, and you're going to be happier. There you go, all right? And other than that, I don't know. Stop dating psychos. Talking about. We decided to have a fucking party for our new place. You think that was my idea? Do you think it was my idea to have a bunch of strangers come into the fucking house? I'll have people over. That's what I do. Hey, you want to come over and watch the game? 9 people that I know, right? Have all your fucking phone numbers. Nia is a more open person. So she's like, let's have a party. All right? So she goes, invite your friends. So I'm all right. So, I got, I'm a guy. I don't have a bunch of friends. Okay? I got 6 good friends, 4 that I could really trust. It's about it. At least out here. Then over here, Nia talking to her mom about all excited about the party. And she's like, yeah, I sent it out on Facebook. And I was just like, oh, my God, did I just invite 110 people? And my heart literally sank going, please tell me you didn't just invite 110 fucking people. She's like, don't worry, they're not all going to show up. It's like, yeah, but like a third will. And then they're going to bring people that you don't even fucking know. And that's exactly what happened. It was a fucking great party. I'm not going to lie to you. But I got to admit, I got to learn how to, I thought I was going to be a good host. I was and I wasn't. I was all right with the people I knew, but the people I didn't know, actually, most of them were all right, but there were a couple of them. I just said there's something fucking annoying about somebody you don't know sitting on your goddamn couch, eating your food, drinking your booze. And you're like, who the fuck are you? I had somebody else was laying down on the floor. I felt like the kid's dad. I want to be like, get a fucking job. All right, it's over. You're 26, you fucking bum. So anyway, the party's going great. And I'm basically the whole time, not drinking too much, but I'm standing by the front door because that's the only way out. All right? And nobody's walking out with any of my shit, right? I'm acting basically like Psycho in fucking Stripes. It's how I am. It's how I'm wired. All right? So, fucking 3/4 of the way through the party, everything's going great. And I'm like, wow, this is, you know what I forgot? I forgot I'm not 21 anymore. I'm fucking 43. All my friends are adults, and everybody's drinking responsibly. And no one's really hammered. Nothing got broken. Everything's cool. So just as I was starting to relax, some kid comes up to me. He's like, you own the house? And I'm like, well, the bank owns it. I'm fucking paying it off. What can I do for you? And he's like, yeah, it's kind of embarrassing, but I used the bathroom downstairs, and it's clogged now, and I was wondering if you had a plunger. And I was like, yeah, I do have a plunger. I got a plunger right here, the upstairs bathroom. So I give it to the guy, and I say, hey, man, I appreciate your honesty. He goes, no problem. He goes downstairs. He takes care of it, comes back. Once again, he goes, sorry about that. I said, not at all. Not at all. What the fuck? It's a toilet, you know? Clogs up every once in a while. But I appreciate your honesty, you know, because I would have been nasty. Good for you, right? So, another couple hours goes by, the party ends, and there's like one straggler left, and I tell the story to Nee. I'm like, you know, what a good guy, what a good shit. No pun intended. You know, he could have left it in there, and then at the end of the party, I come walking in, my fucking bathroom looks like a goddamn Port Authority bus station toilet, you know? So I was psyched. So one of the stragglers at the party goes, yeah, he goes, I saw that whole thing go down. That's not exactly how it went down. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, it wasn't him that was in the bathroom. And I go, who was it? He goes, it was his girlfriend. Some lady took a dump of a magnitude that it wouldn't go down the toilet. So now she's in there panicking. And this is when today's technology kicks in. Back in the day, she would have had to crawl out the fucking window and hope nobody saw her and just left the door locked. Everybody would have panicked. Holy fuck, who's in there? Did somebody pass out? Is somebody committing suicide? Someone would have kicked in the door, right? Knocked it off the fucking goddamn hinges, and you go in there, there'd be nobody in there. You'd feel the air from outside and then look down, and everyone would see a giant shit and be like, ah, and the party would be over. And the owner of the house would be walking around going, who did it? Which one of you motherfucking Jerry? Did you clog up my toilet, you motherfucker? You better drive away, right? That's how it would have ended. But because of today's technology, I'm not saying she didn't panic. You know, it's even worse as a lady because they're not even supposed to do stuff like that, right? And she was able to text her boyfriend. And I would fucking pay at least $400 to read those texts, the panic in those texts. And to his credit, he stepped it up. He took the hit. He came up to me. VH1's I Love the 80s own Bill Burr and said, I took a dump in your toilet to a magnitude it didn't go down, and I need the tools required to alleviate this situation. So, anti-douchebag of the week, that guy right there, said taking a fucking bullet for the team. That right there is the reverse Peyton Manning award. He didn't fucking go, we had protection issues, right? No, he took one. He took one for the fucking team. Went upstairs like a goddamn gentleman, asked for a plunger, gave it to him, and it was all fine. And I went down there at the end of the party. You never would have known anything happened. You know what I mean? Like, 3 hours after the Kennedy assassination, I bet it was all, they had, marked it all up and everything was all figured out. I bet it was a nice road again. Mopped up the brains. What am I talking about?